right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Tuesday out there. Today is February 24th, 2026, and let's go ahead and dive into this video. And I want to go straight to the model runs here, take a look at the European model. And as you can see, for today, we are not seeing much. There's a few showers out there, a few light sprinkles, but overall, we are not seeing much for the rest of today. Now, as we head into tomorrow, the weather's going to start changing a little bit. We're going to cool back down. Today was a nice day, but we're going to cool down tomorrow, and we're going to see chances for mixed precip come back into our region for tomorrow. And South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa here, we're looking at scattered light mixed precip of rain, freezing rain mix, and snow. And Sioux Falls could see some snow flurries tomorrow as well. Not expecting any accumulation out of this. In fact, if we go ahead and look, just go ahead and look at the snowfall forecast. This is taking us out through tomorrow. And this is what we're looking at, the latest on the European model. And we're looking at basically a trace, a dusting for most of us. However, there could be a few spots here in central and western South Dakota where we could see 1 to 2 inches of snow very sporadically and very spotty in nature, and also a very small window. So, kind of around the pier area, maybe out towards the Black Hills area, there could be 1 to 2 inches in some spots. But overall, we're looking at very light accumulation. So we're not really expecting much out of this system. Now, moving on here, let's look ahead. And as we head into Thursday, we start to see a little bit of a drying period. Thursday, we're going to dry things out. We're not seeing anything. We're going to warm back up on Thursday, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the temperatures in just a few minutes. But Thursday and Friday, we're looking at a dry period of weather, and it's going to warm up, and we're going to see a big warm up. But for the weekend, we are going to see another change in the weather pattern starting on Saturday morning. As you can see here, blue pops up on the map. What is that? That's snow. So we're looking at snow across South Dakota into southern Minnesota, and that is going to be the story of Saturday, and that's going to be the main weather topic for this weekend, as we're looking at snow across the area. Northern South Dakota, southern Minnesota looks to see the most activity here. And this is, again, according to the latest on the European model. Sioux Falls, we're looking at some snow on Saturday. So if you have any travel plans across South Dakota, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, you want to be plugged in on the forecast and staying up to date on the latest weather updates as we get them. And this is going to be a little bit more significant than tomorrow's system. Tomorrow's system is very light activity. The snow on Saturday could be a little bit more. We're looking at more accumulation on Saturday overall. In fact, let's go ahead and jump to that here. Taking a look at the latest on the European model. This is through this weekend, and this is what we're looking at. There's your belt of snow here. Northern South Dakota, anywhere from 2 to 5 inches is what is being shown here on the European model. Southern Minnesota, we're looking at 1 to 3 inches, maybe 4 inches in southwestern Minnesota in some spots. But overall, it does look like we are looking at more accumulation. And for Sioux Falls, we're looking at a trace to an inch at this time. Now, with this being said, we always have to preface this that these models change every day. And so these are not final. The exact locations of the system, exact snowfall amounts are yet to be determined, as we're still quite a ways out. We're still 5 days out from Saturday and from this event. So make sure that you are continuing to watch the latest weather updates and pay close attention to the changes that are inevitably going to happen. But, I don't expect this to change a whole lot, though. I think this is pretty solid evidence of what we're looking at for this weekend. Now, the next story is after this weekend. If we go back to the future radar and take a look at starting on Sunday, what are we looking at? Well, the system on Saturday is going to clear out by Saturday evening. And then on Sunday, there could be another round of light snow across South Dakota. So as you can see there, on Sunday, there is another chance for some very light snow. And then on Monday, we're watching the next system. Next Monday, we are looking at the potential for another system into our region, our quad state region, on Monday. And look at that. If this scenario plays out, this is 6 days out, and we're looking at this would be a little bit more eye-opening for a little bit stronger of a system potentially. So it's something we're going to keep an eye on. We don't know much about it yet. It's still a week out, but we're starting to keep a close eye on this potential system into early next week, and then we'll see what happens after that. But the bottom line here is we're looking at a more active pattern ahead, and a little bit more of a bumpy roller coaster ride of not only temperatures but potential systems as well. Again, with tomorrow and Saturday and Monday, it looks like overall we're going to be seeing an uptick in systems and more active pattern. And temperature-wise, we are looking at a colder day for tomorrow. This is a look at tomorrow's map. Eastern half of the region stuck in the 20s and 30s. So we're going to cool back down. Sioux Falls is going to cool down to the mid-30s. And then west of Sioux Falls, western South Dakota into Nebraska, we're looking at significantly warmer weather with temperatures into the 40s, 50s, and even 60s for the western half of the region. How about Thursday? Well, as I mentioned before, we're going to warm things back up on Thursday as part of this roller coaster ride of temperature swings and 40s and 50s, even some low 60s in Nebraska, returning to the forecast on Thursday. So it looks like a really nice day for everyone on Thursday. 40s and 50s in the east, 50s and 60s out west, Sioux Falls in the low 50s. And then on Friday, look at this. We're looking at even warmer weather for Friday. It looks like an extremely mild, warm day in store on Friday for our region. 50s and 60s widespread across the entire region. Sioux Falls could even hit 60 on Friday. Low 60s for Rapid City, 60s down into Nebraska. Again, Sioux Falls could hit 60 on Friday. So hopefully you guys can get out and enjoy that, because after Friday, the temperature is going to swing once again, and we're going to cool down this upcoming weekend back into the 20s and 30s across the region, around 30 in Sioux Falls, teens in northeast South Dakota into Minnesota. And so it looks like a cooler weekend is in store. Sunday, same story, 20s and 30s for the region. Now out in the far west, we're looking at warmer weather, but Sioux Falls mid-20s on Sunday. That's below average for this time of the year. And then how about on Monday? To start kickoff next week, we're looking at slightly warmer. We're going to be slightly above average, it looks like, for this time of the year on Monday, with temperatures rebounding a little bit into the 30s and 40s, maybe some 50s out in the far west. So looking at the 10-day forecast for Sioux Falls tomorrow, again, dealing with the snow chances, the system, mid-30s for a high. And then we're going to warm back up for Thursday and Friday, and then cooling down for your weekend back into the 20s system for your weekend as well. Potential snow again on Saturday. And then next week, we might warm it back up into the 30s, maybe 40s, maybe even low 50s. And for the Aberdeen area, we are looking at a pretty similar forecast. Again, temperature roller coaster system tomorrow, and upper 20s for a high, and then back into the mid 40s by Thursday and Friday, and then cooling down for your weekend before we warm things back up next week into the 40s. And then for the pier area, we are looking at, again, more of the temperature roller coaster. Upper 30s for tomorrow, mid 50s Thursday and Friday, and then 20s and 30s for your weekend, and then 40s and 50s next week, looking like, again, a temperature swing. For Rapid City, we're looking at mid to upper 50s tomorrow and Thursday, and then low 60s on Friday, and then cooling down for your weekend, 30s and low 40s, and then back into the 50s and low 60s by next week for Rapid City. So that is going to be it for this video. Real briefly, I wanted to throw this out here. This is something brand new here to T-Storm Chasers. We are launching our own weather service app. Basically, what does that all entail? Well, what that means is we're launching a new system where if you pay $15 a year, that's it. We are looking at giving you guys a better way to receive warnings. So tornadoes, severe weather, and flash floods, you will receive alerts on your phone or your device wherever you go. And we're looking at a live call from T-Storm Chasers, giving you guys life-saving weather alerts within 10 seconds of a severe weather warning being issued for your area. It's an automatic system, so we won't be calling you guys. It's an automated system through us, and so if you're interested in that life-saving new technology, be sure to head to tscalert.org and sign up today for that. So that's going to be it for this video. Also, sponsorship opportunities as well. We're looking for new sponsors. So if you're interested in becoming a sponsor with us here at T-Storm Chasers, be sure to reach out to us on Facebook and any of our social platforms, and our phone number as well. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you back tomorrow.